ready for our first poet? If you are, give me a clap.
There you go.
Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Hi. Alright, I'm nervous. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going first. Who did this? Alright. You and I need to simply unify. They say, boy, you preaching to the choir. Well, I must be in the wrong church. Young man I am, constantly on the search of proudly. The same proud the panther makes in the shade of the evening. But all I'm seeing is gold watches on deacons leading my sheep to the unknown depths. Same souls barely breathing while the TV screens say black lives don't matter. Same hypocrites who deny they own and turn around and make a white man rich. Get off that plantation shit. Remember but forget how to be Willie Lynch. We are mocked every day, and every day they keep saying they need new J's to stay with the wave. I don't surf because I heard niggas can't swim. Legends and myths. Kids too busy trying to Jordan the rim to realize he's working for them. How many more gotta die mainly for the skin that we in? You and I spells unity.
You got it, bruh.
You got it.
You and I spells unity. Can't believe it took this long to get through to me. Such a simple concept Earth Mother instilled since time immemorial. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Such a simple concept Earth Mother instilled since time immemorial. Back to pride, peace, and people, pride in human achievements, days of no bloodshed and diplomatic agreements. I'm trying to see my daughter in a spaceship. People lost power and put power in conglomerates, corporate faceless pages of enslavement and hatred. Do you hear my pain or just the anger? Safe to say I've seen it from all angles. Hashtag not sorry for staying blessed and blissed up, walking with the angels. I'm sick of this. I was raised militant, so the notion of using brawn and not skill again is just a hair trigger away. I'm not afraid to take what's mine. Or is that just my pride? Talking always for the youth. My daughter is there too, and that's a hard truth to swallow. Who's gonna be her role model when the times that lead past and all must follow? Hopefully she rides chariots singing for Apollo. You and I spells unity. Black, brown, white, to this game, none have immunity. How are we to survive if we destroy our own communities? I refuse for my eulogy to only read truth-sayer fluently. Rather, his insecurities led to maturity. Inner gems we all be, as piercingly bright as the clearest jewelry. Not exclusive. Ending this human-on-human mutiny, you and I, beautifully in harmony. Yes, yes, even still, unity.
Peace.
This next poet is a virgin to the mic, but I think you'll feel her just the same. Did you catch that movie quote? I did. Yes. Miss Love Jones. Jada, come on up here. This is also her first time, y'all. Give her another round. Seriously, because it takes a lot of courage to get up here and share what's on your heart. Like, yes. So I'm so proud of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Come on, girl.
Please bear with me. So this poem was inspired by Bilal, the song Soul Sister. It's kind of a twist of, you must be my friend with benefits, my emotionally detached lover. Although we never made much emphasis on what this is, how can I list after what drains me? Sit quietly in the shadows while you poke at my heart with arrows. This situationship pains. You must be mine. Deep down I know better. And with self-worth and healing, she will get wetter. Not for you, but for her. See, I won't go on unnoticed. Potent, this flower bomb is lotus. Sweet baby that had no rhyme. You must be mine. Whatever this is, better know that it's real. I'm real. I'm the vessel. The goddess capable of carrying life. And although you will soon become a distant memory and lack accountability, remember me ever so bold, showing all my flaws and souls.
Hey.
Girl, see, these people, this is their first time, and you would not even do that. Like, thank y'all. Y'all are doing so wonderful. So the third poet that we have is gonna be my sweet pea, Sierra Jade. She is becoming a mom. I'm actually her doula. And reading her poetry and becoming a mom, this is her first time. So she is enjoying the growth process with them both as well. And this one is about her transition into motherhood. Oh, look at her, girl.
Time allows for necessary healing. My mind releases and heart assumes both roles. Love expands my capacity to feel. Every morning I'm more mama than before. Oxytocin makes this dream surreal. I open my eyes and heart to more. Anxiety grips the fabric of time. Sweat beads, chest tight, my breathing confirms. My baby needs comfort and frees my mind. She illuminates the power in these repetitive thoughts and words. Love and anxiety silently battling for peace. Me and baby Erin growing together. Following her inspiration, the more anxieties I release, I am most grateful for the wisdom in our tether. I'll just take this opportunity to step through this portal of womanhood from maiden to mother. I am empowered, I am courageous, I am love.
Okay, so this is gonna be my healing zone, okay? So after today, I'm letting the past go and I'm stepping into something new. Yeah. So don't see me, hear me, and feel me, all right? Goodbye, Marine Corps. These walls come tumbling like a North Shore wave, high above the soaring skies, trembling like a maniac. Tears fall from my past tense. Hearts drag themselves through muddy waters. I feel alone in a full room. I feel depleted in a time called brand new. Touch my soul, touch my heart. Tell me that we will never part. Make my senses aroused by the very thought of your smile. Run me down and squeeze me tight. Hold me there until it feels just right. I did not know, until I let go, that I might want more to adore. How is it so easy for you to go pleasing others that say no more? It took some time to realize that I may have been placed with you forever in my mind. It broke my heart to leave what I only knew. It tore my guts to think of even entering something brand new. The Marine Corps was my home, a place where I never felt alone, a family I never had, a love I could never be fed. But then God sent me a hero instead. Hero, healing emotions righteously out of love. The first time I looked into your eyes, I knew there was a deeper connection. My source of blood entered into a new direction and my veins puffed up. The vibe you gave me persuaded my magnetic affection to stick to your mist. It wasn't until the second attraction that it was evident of my deepest subconscious. I touched where most would fall. I laughed at what was tall. I smiled at something so pure. Did I mention that I was in awe? Only time would tell if he could catch the ball and make a shot that would result in something hot. How could he not, after all I was stacked with wisdom all bundled up in a knot? He caught the knot and untied it with a simple question, asking about my haven. My safe haven to my dosage of medicine. Safe haven to my antidote to wounds so deep surgery couldn't keep. He questioned my poetry. Never received an answer. He questioned my poetry and stepped back to redirect it. The approach was dope, so it left me with hope. He drew me near with the puzzle so clear that only a poet could feel, so I ran down his lane asking God to make sure I wasn't insane. Yet he kept calling out my name and no one heard him except my inner ear. Or was that the Holy Spirit drawing me near? I need to make sure this is clear, that I had no idea he was so near, watching me like an owl, while I, for my joyful souls, and read my blue notes off white screen, there was no public meaning. Isn't it ironic how life plays a part in every man's heart, allowing life to help create an image of a person worth every secret to live, every secret to heal, every secret to kill. An image of shadow worth saving, worth loving and embracing. An image of a shadow worth giving and never taking. This image is a reflection of his power. This image, a reflection of his strength. This image, a reflection of his love. He is so divine and very fine like wine. He is so sweet and innocent. He is built with structure, endurance, and character. He is amazing and lasts forever. He is my hero, healing emotions righteously out of love, living out various emotions. Mahalo.
This next poet, she's shy, y'all, but she's gonna do wonderful. Miss Tony Adams.
Hey.
I have not spoken open word in like over 10 years, so bear with me. I had a little bit of influence to come up today. And it's untitled because I don't have a name, so after I finish, if you have any ideas, definitely let me know.
Can you project it a little bit louder?
Yeah, definitely. Can I brag on you for a moment? Yes, you. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. I just wanted to share a few things with the world before my allotted time runs out. Before I truly knew what peace was, you gave it to me. The feeling so peculiar, I wasn't the most receptive to it, honestly. Assertive, demanding, oh yes you are, among a few other things on that list. But attentive and affectionate, considerate and empathetic, knowledgeable and witty, comical and sensible, just barely scrape the surface of all of what you bring to this table that we're building in this house we're planning to live in, because I know you're not trying to endure life without me. So just let that guard down so we don't have to spar now, because I'm in your corner and we're on the same team. I feel warm with you, secure with you, safe with you, unafraid with you. So much, in fact, that on my downtime, I spend most of my days with you. I was in a space where I was unmoved, and you've done everything that you said you're gonna do. And now I'm softer, more feminine, more willing to submit. Again, me just a few months ago was not going for that. And here you are, live and in person, thriving with purpose, the evident muse for a lot of my verses. We're aware of the pain because we know we didn't deserve it, but who would have thought someone so flawed like me could be so perfect for me? Coming at you healed because we both deserve a love that does not require suffering. We both deserve a love that doesn't leave our imaginations wondering. You're attentive to all of my needs, knowing my mind before my body, supportive, dominant, and manly, and you love all the views from all sides.
All right.
Tony, girl. I mean, seriously?
I was shaking. I know somebody caught that on candy camera.
You would not think this was her first book. Girl. Oh my God, you almost moved me to tears. Like, I'm so proud of you. You did that. Yes. Don't you ever sleep on yourself again. You hear me? You hear me? Thank you.
Aw, I love y'all.
So, our next poet is Alice. All right. Alright, so our next poet, I'm so thankful for her. Shantae, she drove here from out of town. And I'm so thankful for her for coming on such a short notice at that. And she's wonderful. Come on up here, Shantae.
You look good.
Don't you look cute? Yes.
Ain't ready to slay on the show.
Food for thought. Are you living or merely existing? Leaving your life on replay and lip syncing. Never turning the channel, just comfortable with the station. Non-stop commercials and heavy rotation. Are you the rerun that never gets old? Because this show is a classic, it's what you've been told. You even got comfortable with knowing your lines, no need for rehearsal, just call me when it's showtime. So you haven't noticed the changes. What was once innovative is now complacent. Remember what it was like to get a new script? To hear fresh words fall from your lips? The excitement of doing something new? Introducing the world to another side of you? When did it become okay to sit in the comfort zone? To hide in the shadows when you're the leading role? Your life's a premiere and you're the star. Show the people tuning in that you're the best part. Renew, refresh, revitalize 24/7 Eastern Standard Time. Keep them watching. Remember, you're not the only channel. Stay relevant because even the greatest shows get canceled.
Oh!
I think everybody needed to hear that message. Yes. Thank you. See, I'm gonna need you to come up here, okay? Yeah. This next person. Y'all bear with me. So Angelina, she is an all-inclusive creative who stretches her talents through poetry, spoken word, and written body work. Y'all, she's published twice. Her first solo project was Yellow. Yeah, she has 2 copies with her today. If y'all want to buy it, support, yes. Full of her original poetry that highlights major moments in her life, Yellow delivers raw and relentless insight into love, infidelity, compromise, and more. She is also a board member of a Lynchburg nonprofit called Madison House of Art. She is responsible for the Urban Creative Coalition, where she brings creatives and together in efforts to serve the community by expressing their art and giving back. If you would, Angelina, come on up here for me. I love her, y'all. Yeah, this is my first, and this is literally my first time ever meeting her in person. Isn't like, oh my God, isn't that beautiful? Like, the internet is wonderful. Like, this is my sis. And this is my first time meeting her in person. Yes.
So with most audiences I'm with, I like to do a little exercise. Just so, we can get together, get to know one another. It's a very simple exercise. So Nick, can you stand up for a minute? Okay, so Nick's name, of course, starts with the letter N. So if your name starts with the letter N, I want you to clap. Everyone, in the room. Yep, keep clapping. Keep clapping. If your name starts with the letter A, keep clapping. If your name starts with the letter T, clap. If your name starts with the letter W, clap. If it starts with the letter G, clap. Get it? Yes. If any of you in here have been divorced, clap. If any of you, listen, me too though, me too. Keep clapping, keep clapping. If any of you are in love right now, clap. If any of you have been hurt by love, clap. So take a moment to look around at who clapped when, and that is your community. For those of you who are hurting, there's someone around you who is healed. And if you are healed, there is someone you can mentor to. Okay?
Yes, baby.
Thank you so much. So I don't title my pieces. I leave it up to audience interpretation. Really, I just never have a title, so let's just be real there. And this is one of my pieces from my book, Yellow, and I do have copies with me that I can autograph and sign for you today if you want it. I actually published it when I was sick with COVID and going through a divorce. So it's very, very dear to my heart. And I'm challenging myself to write not from a hurt place anymore.
Yeah.
And that has been most challenging. So if you're finding yourself in a cycle of still writing from a place, write something else. Because what you write on paper will be made plain, and that is a part of your vision, okay? I would travel past layers of the earth to find parts of you that hide. I would call to that bird that flew to you to fly back to me and lift me high. You move differently and you sound heavy. Is that the imprint that you want to leave behind? The tears that fall like pain from the sky, the weakness of my heart, and the pain that sits on my chest. I gain breath and I thirst no more at the thought of you, but do you exist behind my imagination? You cause babies to smile, you cause women to heal, you make men open up their hearts and minds. You make people walk and spend, and you give me a reason to pursue. Just make sure that you exist past the notion, please. Release yourself and I'll be there with open arms. Take your time, for I'm not rushing your emotion. Just know that that shaded area between here and there never has to be dark. It can actually stand out. Carry yourself away with the wind and love yourself through the moments, for I'll be here, not hiding from your effort. Yet I have to ask, what place have you found yourself? Have you worked on the flaws that you wanted to correct before all, the hiccups that you wanted to fix before you had the chance to commit? You deserve to give yourself a better narrative than what you were presented with. It will take time, but don't you want to live and love instead of move and die? You have given yourself grace, but not too much room to flee. Get it together before love is the background of what you see. Be brave before you forget what freedom was meant to be. You have to put in the work. You need to see that through it all, it's merely a mirage made to glamorize hurt. But if you can figure out the blueprint, I'll help you build. If you set the foundation, I'll build the shell.
Okay.
And if you merely invest in a few, I will multiply for you. And we shall dwell in the midst of our effort forever. Thank you.
First of all, let me say, the exercise you did, that was genius. Like, that was beautiful. That's wonderful. I might actually start doing that. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah. Because like she said, you know, this is community, and 9 times out of 10, something that you're going through is 100 people going through the same exact thing. And I think if we just skip the small talk and get down to the real stuff, we can help each other heal. I mean, for real. Like, so thank y'all so much. So our next poet, her name is Katie Muse. She's a stylist, woman of words, from Lexington, North Carolina. She drove all the way here for us guys. And her purpose is to feed the soul. You ready to feed y'all? I know I already fed y'all, but she ready to feed y'all again.
How's everybody doing?
Any better? Oh yeah. So let's start that over. How's everybody doing? Alright, so I don't have a grand presentation, I don't have any games for us to play, kind of bland. So we're just gonna get started. I do like to feed the soul. I'm a very in-depth person. I would like to think of myself that way. So this first poem is entitled Lens I View. Alright. Reflection is a connotated word used to explain what he or she analyzes.
Reflection is a lens that used in more so the present tense rather than the past tense. But oftentimes people use it in its past tense. Forgive me if I change the connotation to explain how you reflect on my mind. My intent is purity. See, I know there's boundaries that exist between you and me. That ain't nothing new to me. You see, I'd rather feed you spiritually, unlock you mentally, before I lay my hands on you physically. Reflection. A lens used to scope out the present. So let me reflectively tell you what goes on in my mind when you reflect on my mind. I don't see anything different. I don't see anything extra. What's brought before me is something that I choose to treasure. So understand your reflection to me and its connotation is friendship. So while I am reflecting, don't shy from it. Because again, my intent is purity. See, I'd rather feed you spiritually and unlock you mentally before placing my hands on you physically. I don't know, I just thought I'd show you my reflection.
Peace.
Had y'all told me that I would be breastfeeding this whole event, I would have said you were home. Oh wait, So, the next book we have is my good sis, LaDon. She goes by Citrine Kisses. Yes. And she has undergone many transformations in her life. For her writing is a way to document and make sense of it all. Poetry has always been one of her styles of writing, but she got into spoken word specifically about 7 years ago. She would like you guys to please remember to snap, don't clap, pretend you're at church and give the go-ahead, and they ain't ready to your heart's content.
That's my friend.
Yes, we love it.
Okay, y'all. Everybody been up here doing their thing. Like, I'm getting in the zone, so whole vibe. I just want to start off with giving everybody some more praise and some more love. So let's hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. I'm so proud of you, Shay. Like, this has been a long time coming for you, and this is amazing, and I feel really good, so I'm gonna get into it. Let's get into it. I guess I just wanna preface this by what she just said. Like, we all go through changes and metamorphoses, and we shed skin and we grow new skin, and sometimes it's really painful. And so I think this is kind of a reflection of that. This is called To Insight. I witnessed the sun yesterday for the last time. I bent towards it and I captured it in my palm. I resisted the urge to swallow it whole, and one by one, I plucked its petals until it was naked and vulnerable.
and like honeysuckle, I licked it clean. Bound to stuttering it loosened the teeth into the back of my throat and inside my mouth, my tongue wet with sunshine. Free it lashed out from between my lips and I spat it out. My teeth, they cracked and they tumbled. And the utterances that rose from underneath it felt like a whisper at first, and then wailing manifested itself from longing into sound, mourning for this sun. Smothered inside me in the dark, now the petals tucked away between broken teeth and corners, reflected by diamonds that were treated as if they were glass, thrown and discarded, but they didn't shatter. The muddled mess of the sun and rays, and light that chooses to set every evening, it fertilized my spirit. It took root and it fucking hurt. It took control of my root. It opened it. It opened it. And it dropped seeds of sun before it died. And from there rose a new sun, a new muse, one that refuses to bow out at night. A sun with untamed edges, one that cascades beams of walnuts and pecan shades, with stiletto-shaped fingernails, and legs that go on for miles and miles into everything. It was everything. Oh, it hurt. And that old sun, I can't go back to it. So for now, I'll stay in this skin, tending to those seeds that grow and they grow. For now, I'll live here in solar, fire lit on the inside, until I can be the sun again. Thank you.
Peace.
For a minute, so she came to spit today. She came to spit today. This one is called To Kill a Mockingbird. So, I'm about to say I'm not a singer, even though me and Anthony was definitely just in the bathroom singing our little hearts out, but this is an excerpt from an old church hymn that my mama used to sing around the house. And it's a song of my heart, so I'm sorry I don't remember the title anymore. I just know it came from the tongue of a mother before me. I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. I'm no longer bound. There's no more chains holding me. My soul is resting. It's just a blessing. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I'm free. We've been rising, asking the ground to bear remembrance of us. They're pouring Black Lives Matter all over it, so I guess now it bears resemblance to us. Potholes smell like bullet wounds. My last breath might be my confession into the good book. Mothers are growing weary of never having to cut their sons' hair again. My God, send me the light. The gravel is coated in the sweat of our beloved. Chests were facing down. Lungs were fighting upward for a ribbon of air. They were fighting upward against gravity, fighting upward against the reaper, killing a mockingbird. Our skin is on fire. Slippage from the ropes that twist around our necks. Slippage from the bark that scratches our backs as we swing alongside all the other strange fruit. Slippage from our lifeline. Hades has sent the seamstress once again too early to cut this cord, my God, and I know it was the blood. They stared at us. Faces twisted into snarls. Pale grimaces that highlight bright red with rage. Red like blood that runs from the brine-filled crevices of open wounds to our backs. And sounds of a cracker swinging into our skin mutate into sounds of an uprising pouring into the streets. I've got blackness written all into me. Skin so juicy it can't help but soak up the sun. Feet running barefoot to barefoot across the yard. Too dangerous now to play in. I sing to you from the deepest part of me. Give me my life. We will take back our lives because they matter. Because they matter. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen.
Amen.
Can I have one more for y'all, and I'm sorry. Because I'm in here. This last one is one of my favorites. It's called Chrysalis. And I wrote this a long time ago, but I love this because I was feeling myself. Y'all ever get in those moments where you just feeling yourself? Like, I was feeling mad good. Cinnamon courses, caramel and vanilla scented, Brillo pad tresses that curl in the butter. Universe inspired, the universe is inspired by this light made, meticulously sculpted queen. I'm talking diamonds at the meeting of my thighs type queen. I'm talking brown shea butter baby type queen. You'll find the stars in her smile. You'll find the perfect heart shape in her lips. That type queen where her man's always has to grab a handful of that ass for a second type. The queen who puts on a brave face every time he leaves. She worries it'll be the last time she ever sees him. She carries her fears the same way society carries her black men, who also deserve to grow old in caskets, locked and loaded. She restrains her fears without bond, hoping one day she won't have to breathe with the hood they grew up in. Hoping that she'll never have to get his name and his face painted on a medium-sized white tee. Hoping she'll never have to pour out his portion of the Henny and make a toast saying, "This is for you." That type queen. She will bear weight to carry her children, both in her womb and in the streets. These children who will be the manifestation of what a butterfly dreams of becoming next. Her metamorphosis consisted of ingredients straight from the universe's hands, straight from her flame. Can you imagine that type queen? Thank you.
Ladon, every time you speak, girl. Yes, always should at least once a year, you know.
Right.
But you always take us somewhere else. Yeah. So our next poet is someone you guys may know. No, y'all don't. This is my baby. Yes.
This piece was inspired by someone who I thought was a friend and partner, who ended up not being a friend nor a partner.
Okay.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Oh, you burning bridges, hope you know how to swim. Oh, you digging ditches, hope you know how to climb. The hole you dig for others will be yours in due time. The hole you dig for others will be yours in due time. How you gonna lead when you can't find the goal? Want to try to call, but you can't find a road. You love the limelight, oh, you fancy the glow. Look into the mirror, now you can't find your soul. Look into the mirror, now you can't find your soul. This world will rob you if you let it. We are divine, don't forget it. This world will rob you of your sight. Don't worry, you have a third eye. This world will rob you if you let it. We are divine, don't forget it. This world will rob you of your light. Don't worry, I'll offer you mine. Peace.
Right then.
All right, so this next piece was inspired by someone who I thought was a friend and partner and ended up being a friend and partner.
Okay.
So I've said this piece a few times and I never had a title for it until today, and it's entitled SolFlower. If heaven were a mile away, it still would be too far. See, I found the stars within her eyes and the oceans in her thighs. Her full moon makes my tide rise and fall. She is all. And I'm greedy. Better yet, I'm ravenous. Together we are civil and savages. Gods and beasts within life's garden are feast, and she is life. Make that twice. Jesus Christ, that's blasphemy. But in the gunfight, I bet she blasphemy. So it's only right that I write what I wrote in hopes that she'd come close and rest her lips upon mine as our souls intertwine, becoming one, giving birth to star systems and suns and zeros and ones as we create quasars and shooting stars in a space. Yes. So you see, if heaven was a mile away, it still would be too far. For in heaven is where I belong, and I yearn for a visit back home. Peace.
That poem right there was like when I remember you first read it, something when we first met, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry this man. I'm gonna marry this man. Y'all, he is wonderful. I just see, look, he made me forget my phone. So our next artist, we have my sweet baby, Jasmine. Jasmine is so influential in my life. She is such a queen, and it's so funny because she said I'm the reason that she got back into spoken word, but she's the reason that I keep doing this work, and I love it.
I go by Jasmine Blooms. I've been performing since college, but as she said, I got back into this heavy because of her. Not sure if y'all know Miss Shay does readings, and I was going through a very tough point in my life. I've never had a reading done before, and I kept seeing the number 666. Naturally, you know, we're all church people. We see 666, we think the devil was scared. But I went to her with this, and she told me to start expressing more gratitude. You're saying all this stuff that's wrong in your life. What's good in your life? What's going right in your life? So I'm gonna do a poem that I did, or I wrote, shortly after that time when she talked to me, because I was at a transitioning point. I go by blooms because I think that we all need to bloom, we all need to blossom, we all need to grow in our own aspects in every way that we can, because there's nothing perfect about any of us. Today is my Independence Day. I am finally free. I celebrate the day I let you keep the broken pieces of me. The day I found God in myself and made the decision to leave. Even through a swollen black eye, I could see the light in me. You dimmed me, but you never extinguished my flame. In your plight, I burn bright as ever now that I have an understanding of gaslight me. Tripping over your shoe was really a slam to the ground, but I picked myself up and adjusted my crown. You tried to change the narrative of my reality when I laid my soul bare and denied the pregnancy test I gave you instead of saying that you were scared. Insecurity bled from his eyes and I thought that I could fix him, but all the while he tried to play the victim, so fuck him. The lips that you once split with your fists I used to speak words of truth to power. My tongue sharper than the blade of a samurai sword, I no longer cower. I am Jasmine the flower. Emerging from the concrete, scarred and far from pristine, yet I use my voice to advocate and to make myself seen. So celebrate this Independence Day with me, for I am finally free. I am not defined by what happened because it helped shape me. So me and my baby, I got a 5-year-old, who's about to be 6, and we came from a background of domestic violence, so that's where that poem stemmed from. And now I'm in the process of trying to advocate for him as a mother. This is new to me. I've never been a parent before, so there's no book to this, and I'm learning as I go. And I'm dealing with my child's school trying to put a label on him, and I won't allow it. Yeah. Granted, I get that some people, some kids, they do need help, and the help is there for them. I understand that, but I know my child. That child came from me, and you're not going to tell me that there's something wrong with my child. You need to do the work and pour into my child. Yeah. So I just wrote this, so please be patient with me if I stumble, because it's probably like the second time I've done it. My son's teacher pulled me aside after school to talk to me about his behavior. Has he been to a therapist? Maybe he needs to be placed on meds. To which I respond, no, I've had firsthand experience with meds as a child and it was terrible. Well, maybe all the more reason he needs to be put on meds is in his DNA. A loud and resounding fuck you rose in my throat, but I gulped it back down just as I did Paxil and Wellbutrin. I would wait for the candy-colored pills to send me on a sugar high rush, but I only felt a warm sensation of confusion and lethargy coursing through my veins. See, this lady doesn't know me and my son's story. We dug ourselves out the trenches. Father had been locked up and my mama gone on crack binges. My son at the tender age of 2 saw me pinned down by his father between the dash and door hinges. And medication is the only bit of advice you can lend us? You would rather me lovingly pack his crises next to his peanut butter jelly sandwich, place candy-coated hostility in his hand to drink down with his morning orange juice. At what point will your recommendations for an IEP to paint a picture of ADD reveal to you that he's just being a KID? Does labeling our black boys put your own insecurities at ease? Conversations of corrective behavior is as routine as my morning tea. And when I do take the advice of the teachers to call an LPC, we're sorry, no one is available. Please leave a message at the beep. So I'll sit here on the carpet cradling my son's sleeping head in my hand. The same hand that once swallowed down powder-pressed nightmares of car crashes and molestation. I really don't know what it means to be a good mama. But please, God, if you are listening, don't let me pass down my trauma.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Take your time.
I'm gonna do one more. That one hurt, sorry.
Okay.
But
you want a safe space?
yeah, I just. So, I also came here from Richmond. Born and raised here in Danville, but raised here in Danville, but born in Richmond. So I just recently moved back home, and I don't know if y'all know all of, with the protests that were going on in Richmond. And during that time, I did write a poem in regards to that, if I can find it. I'm gonna get out y'all's hair. In the case of Black America versus the United States of America, I find the United States guilty. Guilty of inequity of my Black brothers and sisters. Guilty of over 2 million counts of murder in the Middle Passage just to bring us here and call you Mr. Guilty of attempting to strip us of identity and purpose for over 400 years, and we are still left in shambles. To walk out the front door, sleep in our bed, or walk down the street is a gamble. Guilty of wrongful convictions because there are no predilections for the color of my skin, yet they hijack our music, fashion, slang, ideas, hairstyles, dances, and traits to declare them in. Cap tried to do it peacefully, but George Floyd's neck took the knee. My mama asking, Mama, what is it about my Black skin that makes them hate me? When they can't take physical ownership of our bodies, they do so systemically. We can peacefully protest for Black lives, yet get arrested, spit on and sprayed, and white nationalists can storm the Capitol on architecture that was built on the backs of slaves. Maybe senators would put more thought into the laws of this country when it comes to us, now that they get a little taste of what it's like being Black in America. We pray and we cringe and we grit and we bleed and we fight and we cry and we scream and we plead and we loudly and unapologetically proclaim no justice, no justice, no justice, no peace. They say first you get sad, then you get angry, then you make change. But the only change I need to work on is my aim, because America will never be great again. And nah, I ain't trying to incite a riot, that ain't me. I'm just trying to make it to another day and protect my seed. So you can save your political bullshit, America, for someone who needs it. Because when it comes to the America of the free, you can keep it.
Girl, I mean, I'm lost for words, but your pieces, they always, I don't even know how to describe it, but they literally give me chills. They literally bring me to tears. Like, I really don't know how to describe it, but you're wonderful. You are. You are. So, there was a few people that couldn't be with us today, but I was really looking forward to hearing from. But this won't be the last. The first of many. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the SolFlower, but we started as a virtual community once COVID hit. And COVID hit really right on the heels of me birthing my son. And so I had so much to express, but nowhere to share it. And it's like, we should do virtual open mic. And just off of that, we built so much community and held so much space for everybody during that time. And that was such a difficult time to get through. And I'm so grateful for everybody that was a part of that community and still is a part of that community, for holding that space for each other. And I just want you guys to give yourselves a big hug for being so wonderful. And seriously, it takes a lot of courage to get up here and share what's on your heart. It puts you in a very vulnerable space. And so I'm so grateful for you guys, because you just never know who needs to hear what you have to say. Your words can literally save someone's life. So please, continue to share. Please, I love it. I'm so grateful for y'all. I wasn't sure if I was gonna say any of my pieces today. I kind of just wanted to be a host, but going back to it, you just never know who needs to hear what's on your heart. I think I'll share. Yeah, but I gotta find. Okay, so this, I just recently wrote. I started this challenge where I'm writing once a day, because I have a book that I'm working on, and it got pushed back once I had Phoenix. He literally kind of took all of my creative energy, and all of that got poured into him. So I kind of got set back a bit. So I kind of challenged myself to write daily for this month. It's also my birthday month. My birthday is on Tuesday. So it was like a gift to myself to just make time to sit down and write. And this one I wrote on the 1st. They say that joy comes in the morning. I believe that joy comes in the morning. On Sundays when the sun don't rise, yet your sun still shines. When this little light of mine don't quite shine like it used to. When cloud 9 brings the chance of heavy rains and black beauty still bear these heavy rains. But the will to break these heavy chains runs deep. It runs deep. So deep that it comes knocking at 3 a.m. to wake you from your sleep. Yes, joy. Joy comes in the morning, long before daybreak, but just before you break. My dear, believe me when I say that joy comes in the morning. Believe me when I say that joy is near. Lying on your doorstep, trampled by fear and anxiety and whatever else that's a threat to your sobriety, waiting for an invite past the threshold, waiting to become a member of your household, waiting to be picked up off the floor. Joy is waiting at your door. So that's a reminder for you guys to create joy in your life. You have to make joy, because there's so much in this world that can steal your joy. It's up to you to make joy. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Just like she said, this has been a long time coming. I am so grateful to just be surrounded by such a beautiful community, to be lifted, to be cradled. You guys are like family to me. I'm so overjoyed. I love y'all too. I love y'all. I do. And
Are you like up there hosting and breastfeeding your child?
she is. Yes, all the time.
That's like so badass.
I didn't even realize he was nursing. That's the sad part. I'm so used to it. It's crazy. But and one last announcement before I have our girl drops the beats for us to dance. I like to dance, y'all. Yes, we gotta dance before y'all go. Me and Anna, raise your hand, Anna. We are having a writing workshop on Friday at the Dog Ear Page on Main Street. So for any aspiring writers or anybody who may have been a writer but just kind of like took a break from it and want to get back, we are open to you guys sharing that space with us. I'm really excited about that because it's been a really long time since we've all been together and just wrote. I just love this community. So I want to keep that energy going, and anybody that's interested, please come to me and we can get you guys registered. But if anybody else has anything on their heart they wish to share, please come up. I would love it if you do. If not, I guess we can dance. Like I said, I like to dance. I like to dance, y'all. All right, guys. Thank you so much.